Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Points of Articulation. My name's Dave, and today we are looking at the Star Wars Black Series C-3PO from the Resistance from Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Now, I really wanted the normal C-3PO with the golden arm, but that's a Walgreens exclusive and I'm having trouble finding it. But this figure isn't bad. I would have preferred that chrome paint on it. I think they call it vacuum metal, whatever. But, this isn't bad, and it's unique in its own way, but it does go with all the other figures in the line, regardless. So we have a lot to go over. The paint, the mold, compare it to some other things, and then we'll be done. So let's get started. Now, C-3PO is very iconic, and before I get to the detail, his look is based off of the robot from Metropolis. And if you haven't ever seen Metropolis, I recommend checking it out. It's a silent movie, it's black and white. There's pieces that are missing, but it's really cool. It's about, basically the rich own everything, and then people that work underneath the city make it run, and they get neglected. And there's like a huge, theme of, the two powers have to unite to work together and understand each other. And it's a great movie. But that robot, Maria, I believe her name is, was very iconic, and I guess George Lucas liked it so much that that's what he based C-3PO off of. And the detail on this figure is amazing. We have the eyes, a little nose indent, the mouth, the little creases, the rim going around the head, this little section right there. It's pretty sick. Going around, we have that little section here. I wish I knew what that was. I always liked it in the movies, though. It's like a port to plug in. Like, did you ever see The Matrix? Yeah. Well, anyway, we have our neck. The neck piece is here. This little section. Those little nibs. Then we have the cylinder on his stomach. I always like these rings. Very cool. And then we have his wires. And then the crotch piece. Or the hips, whatever. Side we have these two bumps, and then go back we have C-3PO butt, more wires. This little, I always thought this was like a battery pack. I don't know what it is in the movie though, but I always liked it. Detailed very cool. Those little lines and dots, rectangles, great. Then we have his shoulder panels, which are molded pretty good. And then these little rings going there. Now, both arms are the same, but I'm going to look at the red one because I think it could see the detail better. We have nice pistons, the hinge that isn't there. Nice lines, little doodads coming down the side. And now let's turn it over. You can see more detail and lines. Very smooth on this side. Now for his hand, here's the bottom. You see little tiny dots there for his palm. All the fingers are individually textured, so that's pretty cool. Looking at his legs, all these nice lines, very cool. Then going down the back of his leg, there's a lot of great work into this figure. Another part I like is the knees, with these giant cylinders, and I think they came out really cool. I always liked that design. Now going down to his shins and calves, very nicely detailed. Then we have his feet, which are done very cool. Like, this figure is really well detailed, so let's take a look at the paint and then articulation. For the paint, I want to start at his eyes, which are mainly yellow, white, with black pupils, and I think they did a great job there. I really like the eyes on this guy. For the rest of the paint, from the head all the way down to the feet, is this nice gold color, and yeah, it's not the chromish, mirrored look, but it's not bad. And of course we have plastic gold as well as the painted gold, but you can't really tell unless you really stare at it, so I'm not going to knock it for that. Just really nicely done. I do love this character very much. Right off the bat, this arm may be gold, but this arm is just a molded red plastic. However, when you flip it over, as well as the gold one, and you can see that there is painted black under there, I guess covering up the mechanics of C-3PO, but it is painted very well. Also, we have his stomach, which we can see there's some yellow, red, green, blue, and white wires, and that goes to the back as well, and underneath that you can see is black. So very nice. And believe it or not, that does it for the paint. You know, what you see is what you get, and there's nothing wrong with that, because in the films he was the same way. Just one color, and I know the original one had a silver leg, but this one's all gold, and I don't care, it is fantastic. For the head, he can look that far back, and if you give it a little elbow grease, he can look that far down. However, he can turn his head a little bit side to side, and you can turn it all the way around. Now for his arms, there are no elbow joints, but this piece right here can turn, and the arm can go all the way around, in and out, spin by itself, and then that's basically it. For the hand, it can bend in and out, and spin all the way around. Now for the waist, you can bend that far forward, that far back, you can go a little bit side to side, and you can turn just a little bit. For the legs, they can move that far forward, that far back. They can rotate at the thigh. Then we have one hinge for the knee, which goes up and down. And then the foot can go that far back, that far forward, and we have ankle pivot. Sick. When measuring C-3PO, this guy stands, let me get it, a little over 5.5 inches, so it's a nice size figure. And to compare with C-3PO, I have him next to finally R2-D2, and these guys go great together. It's like the odd couple of science fantasy. And also I have BB-8. After all, he is from The Force Awakens. And they all go great together, and I love the scaling. You know, Hasbro really has their scale down pat. Well done. That does it for my review of the Star Wars Black Series 6-inch Resistance C-3PO with his red arm from Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Now, I've been waiting years for Hasbro to make a C-3PO to go with the Black Series, and finally they've done it. And if I could get my hands on the Episode 4 version with the silver leg and different midsection and both gold arms, I would be so happy. But for now, this is awesome, it fills the gap nicely, and I fully recommend it. Does it have the shiny paint that we would like to see? No. But it does look good. It has great articulation. The paint is spot on for the eyes and the midsection, and the gold in general. I am so happy I picked it up. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll see you next time. Bye. To all my viewers that celebrate, Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.